They believed my age made me harmless. They believed prison would erase me. Worst of all, they believed betrayal was permanent. It wasn't. The walls of my cell sweated with humidity and despair, the kind of smell that clings to your skin long after hope leaves. Concrete, rust, old breath. For most men, it would have been unbearable. For me, it became routine. I marked time not by calendars, but by scratches carved into steel with a broken thumbnail. 729. Tomorrow would be 730 days. Tomorrow I would walk out of Dallas County Jail. I sat on the narrow mattress, legs crossed, breathing slowly. The heat pressed down like a living thing, even in the dark. 2 years ago, I had slept beneath silk sheets in a mansion overlooking Highland Park. I had been Theodore Griffin, founder of Sterling Industries, a man worth more than money could measure. Now I was just inmate A47239. But prisons don't only punish, they teach. The courtroom replayed in my mind like a broken reel, Judge Morrison's dead eyes, the gavel striking wood, and then my son, Logan Griffin, standing tall in a tailored suit, grief carefully rehearsed. I loved my father, but I can't defend what he did. Then came his wife, Delilah, pale and trembling in a wheelchair, hands resting on a stomach that no longer carried life. She sobbed about stairs, about a push, about a baby she claimed I killed. Every word was a lie. That day, I hadn't come to hurt anyone. I went to Logan's office because $1.5 million had vanished from company accounts. I went as a father, not an enemy. But when lies are dressed as tragedy, truth doesn't stand a chance. The cameras failed, evidence vanished, my accounts were frozen before I could hire real counsel. Logan moved faster than I ever imagined a son could move against his own father. I lost the trial, I lost my name, I lost my family. "Tomorrow's your release," my cellmate Carl muttered from his bunk. "You don't look excited." I smiled faintly, because prison isn't where my punishment was meant to end. I stood before the cracked mirror above the sink, gray hair, sharper eyes, a man carved by patience and rage. They thought I was done. Tomorrow, they'd learn what waiting can do to a man with nothing left to lose. And just hours before my release, my son walked into the jail, desperate, smiling, and about to make the worst mistake of his life. Visitation hours always smelled like cheap disinfectant and desperation. That afternoon, both arrived together. Officer Martinez stopped in my cell. "Your son's here. Says he can't wait." Of course he couldn't. Behind the thick plexiglass, Logan sat polished and controlled, the same man who had sent me here. Beside him, Delilah dabbed her eyes, already preparing her performance. I took my time lifting the phone. "Dad," Logan said softly, "we need your help." I almost laughed. He explained quickly, an audit coming, funds locked behind my biometric approval, a simple signature that would release $2 million. He said it like it was nothing, like my freedom wasn't bought with lies. Delilah leaned forward. "We kept everything running while you were away. The company depends on us." "My company," I corrected. Logan stiffened. "I'm CEO now." "Temporarily," I replied. Then the door behind them opened. Grace. My daughter stepped in quietly, dressed in black, her expression unreadable. Logan turned to her like a drowning man spotting land. "Tell him," Logan urged. "Tell Dad this is best." Grace looked at me through the glass. Her eyes, her mother's eyes, were cold, calculated. "You should sign. The company needs stability." Something fractured in my chest. Even her. Logan leaned closer. "Tomorrow, you walk out with nothing. No money, no control. Just be reasonable." I leaned forward, lowering my voice. "Careful, son. I have nothing left to protect." The threat landed. I hung up the phone and stood. As I turned away, I heard Grace speak one last time. "Goodbye, Father." I didn't look back. That night, I didn't sleep, I didn't pray, I waited. Morning came with sunlight pouring through iron gates. Reporters gathered like vultures outside. Logan stood front and center, rehearsing forgiveness for the cameras. "Dad," Logan called as I stepped out, "we're here for you." I walked straight past him. His hand grabbed my arm. "Don't make a scene." I met his eyes. "Let go, or I'll scream assault." He released me instantly. Then the sound of an engine rolled across the parking lot, low, powerful, unmistakable. A black Rolls-Royce Phantom slid to a stop, and everything changed. Because the man who stepped out of that car wasn't family. He was the weapon I'd spent 2 years sharpening. Every camera turned toward the Rolls-Royce as the driver stepped out. Young, composed, expensive confidence stitched into every movement. "Mr. Griffin," he said, opening the rear door, "everything is prepared." Logan's face drained of color. Maxwell Brooks, Harvard Law, the attorney who never lost and never took charity cases. The same man Logan had begged for help just a year earlier and been refused. I didn't smile as I entered the car. I didn't need to. Inside smelled like leather and power. As the door shut, the world outside dissolved into chaos. Reporters shouted questions. Logan froze in place. "Where to, sir?" Maxwell asked. "The sanctuary," I replied. "Then we begin." At the penthouse, hot water burned prison off my skin. For the first time in 2 years, I cried, not from weakness, but from release. When I stepped out, wrapped in a robe, I wasn't alone. Beatrice Walsh waited, the woman who destroyed corrupt men for a living. Within minutes, documents covered the table, power of attorney revoked, accounts frozen, forensic audits launched. Then, Beatrice slid a manila envelope toward me. No return address, just a single letter written on the front. G. Inside, bank records, emails, proof of bribes, footage tampering, shell companies. Grace. She had never betrayed me. She had infiltrated them. By morning, Logan's credit cards declined. By noon, Sterling Industries was frozen solid. By evening, every major network aired my press conference. I am reclaiming what was stolen, and those responsible will face justice. Across town, Logan watched from a restaurant as his world collapsed. Investors silent, cards rejected, eyes judging. A message buzzed on his phone. "Enjoy your last supper." He finally understood. But the truth about Delilah, the lie that started everything, was about to explode across the internet, and it would destroy them both.
The internet has no mercy. By sunrise, Delilah's medical records were everywhere. Dates, diagnoses, proof that the pregnancy had ended before the fall. The lie unraveled in public, brutally and permanently. Logan confronted her in their bedroom, phone shaking in his hands. "You lost the baby 2 days earlier?" he whispered. She broke, screamed, confessed. She admitted the pills, the fear, the staged fall, the opportunities she saw in my anger. "You used my grief," Logan said hollowly. Outside, news vans lined their street. By afternoon, police escorted me to my house, to evict them. Logan begged, Delilah screamed. Grace arrived, calm and final. "I tried," Grace told her brother. "You chose wrong." The gates closed behind them. Days later, the boardroom sealed Logan's fate. Evidence displayed, votes unanimous. Grace revealed the truth that she had documented everything, sacrificed her reputation, stood against me publicly just to save me privately. Security escorted Logan out as he begged her name. She never turned around. But justice wasn't finished yet, and the final reckoning would come in a courtroom packed with cameras and silence.
The courtroom was quiet when the verdicts fell. 15 years for Logan, 12 for Delilah. No applause, no satisfaction, just truth. Grace stood beside me as we left, my hand trembling in hers. 2 years of pretending she hated me had nearly broken her, but she never let him win. A year later, I visited Logan once. I slid papers across the table. Not forgiveness, not money. Everything belonged to Grace now. You chose greed, I told him. I chose truth. I walked out and never looked back. Today, Grace runs Sterling Industries with integrity her brother never understood. And I tell this story not for revenge, but as a warning. Family isn't blood, it's loyalty. And betrayal always sends the bill. If this story moved you, share it, because someone out there needs to hear what betrayal costs before it's too late.